Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. First things first. Happy birthday to Lee, a day late. And secondly, I am psyched for a podcast I'm recording today with the executive chef at the Inn at Perry Cabin, who was just named the Chef of the Year by the Maryland Restaurant Association. They usually don't allow my type in there, so I am pretty excited about this. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? For a change, all good news today. Annapolis is developing a plan to make public water access more equitable. They're working with money from the National Park Service and some technical support from the U.S. Department of Transportation. This started in 2020 with a committee, of course. It was called the Annapolis Maritime Task Force, and after 2 years, they came up with the idea to involve the public. So there is a survey online for your input. You want to go to annapolis.gov/1904/ public-water-access-plan. Annapolis.gov/1904/ public water access plan, and there are dashes in between all of those words. They think the plan will take about a year to develop, which will identify existing public water access sites, opportunity sites to purchase or improve, standards for public access, and alternative mobility initiatives, which I imagine is the electric ferry and bicycling. So we're going to keep an eye on that, but that seems like a good thing to give anybody more access to water. While parking is getting tight in Annapolis, it's getting a little bit easier up at BWI. The BWI Express parking lot has now reopened. They closed the 1,400 spot lot at the beginning of the pandemic, but as air travel rebounds, they have the need. Air travel was up 70% in 2021 versus 2020, and also the airport is expanding with some new carriers as well. We told you yesterday about Avelo Airlines. They also have Icelandair, which is reinvigorating their routes, and a new low-cost international carrier called Play. Express parking is $10 a day, and it is a touchless system and will require the same credit card both to enter and exit the lots. There will be free shuttles that will take you from the lots to the terminal. On Saturday, you want to leave a big bag of food by your mailbox. Well, it can be a small bag too. I had not heard of this before, but the National Association of Letter Carriers, the union, organizes a food drive every single year. They've been on hiatus the past 2 years, but are picking it up again this year, and every letter carrier across the country, more than 200,000 of them, will be collecting food left at mailboxes and making sure it is delivered to local food banks, organizations, and churches. Here in Anne Arundel County, much of it will go to the Anne Arundel County Food Bank, which is still struggling to keep up with demand. The weather looks good this weekend, so when you are out shopping, if you can, buy an extra bag full of non-perishable items and leave it for your postman or postwoman on Saturday. Very cool idea. And as we begin to wrap it up, here is a total Maryland story for you. McCormick Spices and Pepperidge Farm have come together to create what likely will be a huge seller. Old Bay flavored Goldfish. They claim it's a limited edition, but we'll see. They are available now for $2.79 for a 6.6 ounce bag, which really means nothing to me. I need a visual, but it is available at your local grocery store. And Old Bay is good on almost everything, as we know. They even say it's good on ice cream, but I haven't quite gone there yet. But there is Old Bay hot sauce out there, and they just introduced this year Old Bay flavored vodka. So there you are, another outlet for your Old Bay fix. And finally, it is Ticket Tuesday from Ram's Head on stage, but we are going to also add in the Schooner Woodwind today for a little bit of a twist. I have a pair of tickets to see Jesse Rubin and Jen Grinnell's on the 12th, and also Eric Hutchinson on the 17th at Ram's Head on stage. If you want them, send me a DM or an email, and I might pick you. And I do have a pair of tickets for tomorrow's Wednesday night sailing on the Woodwind for the Wednesday night sailboat races. If you want them, send me a DM or an email and give me some sort of a sob story as to why you deserve them. It could be real or made up. I don't really care. Your choice. I'll pick a winner. And as always, if you have won recently, let someone else have a shot. And make sure that you check out all the other great shows coming at Ram's Head at ramsheadonstage.com. And, of course, the Woodwind is always a fun time, so you want to check them out at schoonerwoodwind.com. Podcast news. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, Bean Rush Cafe, one of my faves in Crownsville and West Annapolis. And following them on the 18th, it is Sailor Pet Services, a brand new business here in town. Again, keep the suggestions coming and keep letting your friends know about the Daily News Brief. It is so much appreciated. All right, that's it for the news. But before we bail today, I do need to talk about tomorrow. It is my favorite fundraiser of the year because A, I can go in my sweats right from my walk. B, it goes to a great cause. C, it is cheap. And D, the food is good. From 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., yes, that is the morning, Chevy's Fresh Mex will be hosting the 11th annual Burritos for Beds to benefit the Samaritan House, which is a recovery program here in town for men. A small donation is asked, and for that you get a fantastic breakfast. Chevy's only serves it one day a year, and walk away knowing that you help some people get back on track once again. If you are a bit more generous, there's a t-shirt involved. I do hope that you can get out and stop in for 5 minutes or maybe hang for an hour. It's at a perfect time slot if you drop the kids off at school or maybe you're on your way to work. I hope to see you there. Me, I'll be the guy in the sweatshirt and shorts, fresh off my morning walk. All right, and a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. The Arts Council of Anne Arundel County, who is having their Paint the Town Gala this Saturday, the 14th. Tickets are still available. Solar Energy Services and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. So now hang tight. We have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with your locally forecast weather report. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Join the party at the Westin Annapolis on May 14th for the Arts Council of Anne Arundel County's premier fundraising event, Paint the Town. We'll celebrate 29 years of providing leadership and advocacy for our local arts community. You'll enjoy cocktails, dinner, and live entertainment with special guests Sel Spitfire, Christy Allen, Jonathan Stone, Mike Noonan, and the Annapolis Symphony Academy String Quartet, and more. Get your tickets now at www.acaac.org. That's www.acaac.org. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, May 10th. Yesterday was a step in the right direction weather-wise for the Annapolis region, and we'll continue that trend today with an eye on the weekend for warm temps, but likely some additional rain as well. Look for warmer highs today in the mid-60s to maybe lower 70s in spots, but winds will remain a bit breezy with gusts over 20 miles per hour at times, ahead of more sun and temps near 70 for PM highs tomorrow, with lighter winds followed by a great day Thursday with sunshine and temps mid to upper 70s, with more mid to upper 70s expected Friday through Sunday with mixed skies Friday and a small but valid chance of some rain showers in the area, with a much greater likelihood then of rain Saturday and Sunday as more low pressure then moves through the eastern United States. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And as always, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a waste.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.